What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, BigZoeTV, man. You already know the vibes. Listen, man, I hate watching, videos that, talk about police brutality and the things that go on with it, because I feel like people just don't get it. I feel like no matter how you try to explain the situation, it takes a deep level of understanding for people to actually get it, right? And we're gonna go over to this video that I saw in a second, but it still exists. And I think we're past the point where it's a racial thing. I feel like a lot of people choose to ignore the situation and act like it isn't a thing. But there's video out there. But let's watch this, man. Let's take a look at this.
A man is recording the arrest of his friend. Police officer comes, pulls out a gun on the man who's recording.
Now, just a few seconds into this, like, one of the things I have an issue with law enforcement is just the fact that it almost seems like anybody becomes part of law enforcement these days. Like, I feel like you gotta have some type of respect for the uniform that you wear to not go in there and let your personal ego take control. A lot of these cops just basically, they get to these levels of just having egos. And you can see that with this guy here. Like, the way he's approaching this situation, I don't think is the right way to approach the situation. Like the whole berating the person to make them oblige by the commands that you're telling him to do. Like, sometimes all it really takes is for you to just be respectful, Obviously, there's situations where it goes beyond that and, you have to use some type of force. But clearly, this is, to me, is unprofessional, man. But, yeah. Yo, did my man just take the damn thing off of him like nothing happened? My man ate that stun gun, bro. Like, pause. My man ate. Yo, that stun gun ain't do shit to my man. Yo, he took them prongs out and threw it right on the floor. Now, and this is why I continuously say that when it comes to law enforcement, there's some guys in law enforcement that shouldn't be in law enforcement. Your ego's too much, bro. Like, at this point, this is his ego pushing him to do this. You feel me? It's almost like he feels like his authority wasn't respected and he's pushing the issue. Like, you literally have a woman in your face telling you to stop, chill, relax, and all you see right now is red in a uniform. It's crazy. And obviously you could tell that he's a lot more upset at this point because his damn baby stun gun ain't do shit. So now he super upset at the situation. So you hear him clearly saying, I want you to beat my ass. And guys, this is what I'm saying. This is the type of law enforcement we have out there. So when people talk about law enforcement and how they feel about law enforcement, it's not everybody as a whole, but you have a majority of cops who act like this, right? And clearly he's not lunging at the cop. He doesn't have a weapon. She's pleading with him to stop. And at this point, he just wants to fight, or he just wants to provoke the man into doing something so that he can use excessive force. So listen, I don't know what the man is getting arrested for, if he's getting arrested, but I feel like there's a lot more mature ways to handle this situation, and there's a lot of cops that I've seen handle situations like this a lot more maturely. This to me just seems very immature. It seems like your ego was hurt, and because his ego was hurt, he felt like he had to do this. That's how we are in the world, man. A lot of men would be okay if they didn't let their egos take over. Like, there'd be a lot of men who wouldn't be incarcerated, a lot of men who wouldn't have passed away from violence for whatever reason. Like, there's a lot of things that you can avoid if you just let down your ego, dog. And it has nothing to do with being a bitch. It has nothing to do with being a punk. Sometimes some shit just isn't worth it. And the same way we could sit here and talk about the cop and his ego, we could talk about the guy and his ego as well. Because at this point, they both could have just stopped. But as you watch the video, you can see clearly that the cop has been the one taking steps towards him the entire time. And he's already had it in his mind that he wants to arrest this guy.
Come on, Johnny, stop, bro. Stop, man. Hey, man, get up. Come on, man. Hey, man, you ain't got to pepper. You ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do that, bro. Man, y'all ain't got to do that, man.
Yo, this shit, man, every time we watch these things, man, it's like people act like people just out here talking about this shit. Like, this shit is really happening, dog, at a lot of places. And the funny thing is, it's on video because now everybody just pulls their phone out, right? It's literally like the first thing people do. They just pull their phones. Imagine how much of this shit was going on when nobody was filming anything. You feel me? So it's crazy, man, to watch. But, you know, it's where we are, man. This is where we are.
Now, something is about to happen that takes this seemingly chaotic, obviously, scenario to a whole nother level.
Hey, he ain't got no gun, bro. Hey, he ain't got no gun, bro. He ain't got no gun. He ain't got no gun, though. He ain't got no gun. For what? I ain't did nothing. I ain't did.
Bruh. Yo, you see, man, this is the shit I'm talking about, man. Like, this is crazy, man. Like, yo, what are the requirements to become a police officer? Like, is that no longer a psychological exam? Like, what is going on?
Did nothing. I'm backing up, bro. I'm backing up, sir. I'm backing up. Back up. I'm all the way back. You keep on backing up. You keep walking to me. I ain't did. Look at this. Man, ain't nobody about to.
Yo, this Ninja Turtle right here, yo. Listen, bro. This is the type of shit I don't respect, man. I don't respect it. And one of the things that I feel like about officers is like a lot of officers have become the most cowardly group on earth. Like a lot of officers just cowards, bro. Like they just scared as shit for their lives, like all the fucking time. Like the man literally has a phone out recording. What is the point of this? Like, if somebody could just justify what is the point of this at this very moment, for you to have your firearm out pointed at a guy who's recording the situation. What is the point of it?
do nothing, man. Ain't nobody got no gun or nothing. Man, put your gun down, bro. You ain't got no gun. Come on.
Bro, I know there's gonna be people that's watching this and the first thing they're gonna say is, tell him to comply. Tell him to comply. Listen to the officer and none of this stuff will happen. Now, you know, although that's like something that sounds super easier said than done, if he complies, what are we really showing here? How do we just comply to a situation like this? The man has been tased. The man has been backed down into a corner. The man has been sprayed with pepper spray. What are we, where are we in this situation? Comply with what?
Man, that's my people, man. Look what y'all doing, bro. I ain't did. It's your officer, man. Feel me? I ain't did to you. I ain't did nothing. Don't matter, man. I didn't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I've been backing up. Come on, man. I ain't did. I know.
The man is armed with a camera phone.
Crazy.
This officer comes with his gun pulled. He gives no lawful command. He obstructs the visual of the recording. He continues to obstruct the visual and back the man up even more.
This is one of those things that you got to understand about cops, because I know we look at this situation, right? And people, you know, people want this to be a race thing. But once a cop becomes a cop, what I've seen with a lot of cops is whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever, you lose all that. You become blue. That's what it really is. You become blue. And if you really want to keep it in perspective and tell the truth about it, the cops are the biggest gangs in America, bruh. You see how they stand by each other. Let you take out one of theirs. Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. You gonna get that issue and they gonna come out and troll. I mean, cause you could clearly watch this guy and what you see him doing is blocking the camera. Now you ask yourself, what's the point of doing that? What threat is this man to you for you to have your pistol out when he has a camera phone?
You got a gun to me, bro?
He's not your bro. He's blue. Once you're blue, dog. All that other shit is out the window. Clearly you can see that. And listen, I want this disclaimer to go out. This does not apply to every cop because I know people are gonna say there's some good ones, there's some bad ones. This does not apply to every cop. But we gotta call it for what it is, man. At the end of the day, they gonna look out for each other. That's the one thing we know for sure.
The video screenshot shows an armed Cincinnati police officer blocking a man from getting closer to the scene where police are arresting his friend. When Lee tried to move to the side to get a clearer shot of the arrest, the cop moved sideways to continue blocking his view, pointing his gun in Lee's direction with the barrel pointed downward, his finger on the side of the barrel. You can't block me, Lee said. I ain't did ish to you. I don't know why you keep walking on me. Look, he ready to do something to me, end quote. Seconds later, another cop who appears to be the sergeant from the beginning of the video walks up to arrest him. Lee is then charged with obstructing official business.
Here we go with the ego again. I keep telling y'all, man, when these dudes got their ego, ain't no match for nothing else, man. Crazy.
Help me understand this. So all of that was for what? You tried to tase him, then you did tase him, then other officers came, you tased him some more, pepper sprayed him, finally arrest him, and you arrest him for the crime of resisting arrest. There's no other crime? Why was there interaction? Now I see why the woman was saying, what are you doing? Now I see why the friend was recording and saying he's done nothing because according to your own charging docket, he did nothing. There's no underlying crime here.
It's all about the ego. I'm telling y'all, that's the reason why this happened. He felt like whatever he told my guy, he was supposed to do and listen to and obey. He probably ain't do it and then his ego got hurt. That's how this happens, man. That's what these dudes do, man.
Lee told local media he and Taylor were minding their own business when police approached them and began accusing them of smoking marijuana, the high crime of marijuana. Quote, out of nowhere, the police just came over and accused us of smoking weed and nobody was smoking any weed right then. You have to believe the man because if there was any marijuana involved, don't you think those officers would have charged them with the marijuana crime?
Facts.
There is no charge of marijuana. There is no charge of simple possession. There is no charge whatsoever. There's more. The local police union, Cincinnati FOP, Queen City Lodge number 69, defended the arrest. They went on Facebook and claimed that Taylor was, quote, engaging in criminal behavior, end quote. But that criminal behavior is not mentioned anywhere in the complaint filed against him in the Hamilton County Municipal Court, nor is it mentioned in the Facebook post.
Well, see, this is what I'm telling y'all, man. This is what I'm talking about. When I tell y'all, man, when them boys become cops, they turn blue. They look out for themselves. They look out for each other. This is why you have a statement like that. A statement like this that takes no responsibility and says that he was engaging in criminal behavior that they did not put on the report. The man was arrested for resisting arrest and obstruction. Where was the criminal behavior? Man, I'm telling y'all, man, these are the things that happens in these cities, man, in public. And then people sit here and wonder why people are this way when it comes to law enforcement. It is what it is, man. Listen, dog, that's a triggering video and it makes me upset to see that. And the Ninja Turtle just pointing his gun at this man, force of a bunch of cowards, you know? But I keep telling y'all, they the biggest gang. They're the biggest gang, man. But listen, let me know how y'all feel about that video. What are your thoughts on it, man? Do you think that this is justified? Think it's not? How do you feel about where we are in today's world right now when it comes to these situations? Let me know in the comment section, man. It's your boy Goods. BigZoeTV. Let's go.